cradle of one of the most advanced pre-Columbian civilizations on the planet. Land of profound mysticism and ancestral devotions and traditions. Vistas of exceptional beauty and abundant natural diversity. A country on the go, full of challenges and promise, which makes for an exciting future. Soul of the earth, country of eternal spring. This is Guatemala. Located in the heart of Central America, Guatemala is a mosaic of cultures, both colonial and indigenous. A vibrant canvas of infinite colors, a gift for our eyes that invites the rest of our senses to experience it. And a good place to start is its capital, Guatemala City, Central America's largest urban center with 2 million inhabitants, a melting pot of cultures and languages that characterizes this diverse country. The first city ever planned in the Americas, Guatemala is also known as the Silver Cup or Tacita de Plata. It is diverse, modern, cosmopolitan, and dynamic. And this year, it would also be the venue of the annual meeting of the Board of Governors of the Inter-American Development Bank, which will be held March 16th through the 20th under the banner "No One Will Be Left Behind," a call to solidarity inspired by the Mayan sacred book, the Popol Vuh. The meeting will also serve as another reaffirmation of the close historic ties between Guatemala and the IDB.
The annual meetings serve as a forum for discussions among leaders of the public and private sectors and civil society. For several days, Guatemala City will become the focus of international interest in Latin America and the Caribbean.
The bank's close relationship with Guatemala has turned it into the main source of financing for the country's economic and social development. Beginning in 1996, when the peace accords were signed to end the civil war, the relationship with the IDB is at its most productive level. And in the last decade, Guatemala has received 44 loans worth close to $1.5 billion, with a special focus on infrastructure, macroeconomic stability, support for the peace process, and environmental preservation.
En nombre de las guatemaltecas y guatemaltecos, extiendo una invitación a que hagan de su estadía en nuestro país una experiencia inolvidable, que además de rendir los frutos esperados en su importante asamblea, les permita conocer más de un país que ha emprendido un proceso de reactivación económica que le lleva a proyectar una producción no vista en los últimos 30 años de su historia económica. En nuestra Guatemala encontrarán personas plenas de una vocación de servicio, orientadas al emprendimiento y solidaridad, que es como nos identificamos los chapines.
After decades of civil war, the reconstruction not only of the country's infrastructure, but also of its social fiber, is one of the bank's priorities. Special mention goes to an innovative initiative that provides $50 million to finance local reconstruction projects, which are managed by the residents themselves of each community who's a recipient of funds. Other aspects of these initiatives include enhancing the role of women in the democratic process and the promotion of good eating and hygienic practices to improve the health of Guatemala's children. As for environmental preservation, the bank has launched its sustainable development program of El Petén. Thanks to this initiative, the Mayan ruins of Jaxa and Aguateca have been restored, and tourism facilities have been built in order to attract visitors to this magnificent Mayan legacy. The program is also designed to promote environmental preservation practices, specifically in the Mayan Biosphere Reserve among the local population. Here is where the Mayan civilization flourished, leaving behind not only thousands of monuments and buildings of astonishing beauty, but also a scientific legacy which even today continues to amaze astronomers, mathematicians, and architects. Tikal, named Heritage of Humanity Site by UNESCO, is the shining star in this constellation of Mayan masterpieces. It was one of the most important cities in the Classic period, and at one point it was home to up to 10,000 residents. That is why it is also known as the New York City of Mesoamerica. The richness of this cultural legacy can only be compared to the opulence of ecological diversity in El Petén and other rainforest areas of the country. Jaguars, crocodiles, thousands of bird species, especially the mythical quetzal, Guatemala's national bird, share along with hundreds of types of orchids some of the hemisphere's most prolific ecosystems. And from natural beauty, we move on to urban beauty. This is Antigua, the former capital and one of the most charming colonial towns in the Americas. Its wide and picturesque streets are adorned by dwellings, churches, palaces, and monuments dating as far back as the 16th century in striking and colorful harmony. So much beauty needs to be shared. Perhaps that is why UNESCO designated it as Heritage of Humanity Site in 1972.
Annual meetings are key events in the life of the IDB. They allow us not only to report to our governors on the bank's achievements and challenges, but also to receive first-hand information from our member countries on the progress of their efforts to promote economic and social development, as well as guidelines for our future actions. We are confident that with the energy, enthusiasm, and hospitality of our Guatemalan hosts, this will be a memorable annual meeting for the IDB.
Guatemala, a country to enjoy with body and soul.